Hi everybody! So it has been 4 months since my last update on why I moved to Korea. But if you notice the back, I have my suitcase open and I have a messy bed. And my room is really chaotic, and it is because I'm moving back to America! Yay! But the reason I'm moving back all of a sudden is because I'm engaged. I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's happening. It's actually happened. And life just gets crazier and crazier. This is my movie of a life that God has written for me, and I wanted to let you all know about it because I was so thankful that I had at least 31,000 views on a 20-minute long video of me explaining my journey that God has put me on and how He's just worked through everything that I had no idea He was going to work through. You can watch the video. I'll probably put a link somewhere here where you can watch what exactly had happened. But pretty much, I reunited with my dad after 10 years, and it was all part of God's plan for me to reconcile with Him and just learn more about grace and learn more about who I am as a person and my roots. And Korea has definitely been an adventure. I've been here for 7 months. So I've been here 6 months longer than I thought I was going to be here. And I've learned a lot more about myself. I got to take a break from America and learn more about my culture, and I met the love of my life. And so I'm engaged, and I'm actually moving. I'm going to be moving to a different place I've never lived in before. So I'm in Korea right now. I was born in Korea. I moved to the Bay, so that's where I grew up. And then I went to school at Irvine, and I lived in LA for a little bit, and then I came back to Korea here, and now I'm gonna go back to the Bay and get married, and then I'm gonna move to Georgia. What? I would have never thought that I was going to live in Georgia. It just wouldn't have popped in my mind, you know? But I got to visit Joules, and I got to see Georgia, and I could totally see myself living there. But I'll explain to you guys later on how this all happened. But yeah, I'm excited to say and so blessed to say that I met the man of God that God has intended for me my whole life. And we're just ready to embark in a marriage that is going to glorify God. And I feel very spoiled because I am only 23, and I do realize how young I am. But at the same time, it's all about what you make of the time that you've had. So I feel like in the 23 years I've lived, well, it's going to be 24 because my birthday is in September, but in that span of time, I feel like I've gone through a tremendous amount of things that I've been able to learn from. And yeah, I pray and I hope that you'll continue to pray for me, that I will continue to thrive for God first, because this is how I ended up where I am, and this is how Joules ended up where he is, and that's how we ended up together. So yeah, you guys are going to meet him. If you have no idea who he is, that's okay, because you're going to keep hearing about him because he's a great musician. We did a Wildest Moments cover if you haven't checked it out yet. And we're going to continue to make music together, and his music is so amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. But yeah, so everything's been really crazy because we're going to get married very soon, and we're going to go on a honeymoon. But the honeymoon's more so like me moving from California to Georgia. And so, being the musicians that we are, we're just having full faith that God is going to continue to provide, because He is. And when I announced it on Facebook, people were asking you should have a Kickstarter for your Honeymoon Fund, because actually he and I did a cover remix of Stay that you guys can check out, and if you want to buy it, it's going to be part of our Honeymoon Fund, because we're literally just going to be driving for days. So let me know also the comment below if there's any places we should try to stop by, because we hella love food. And yeah, we're going to be going from the Bay to the ATL. Yeah, so if you want to check out the cover that we did, we're hoping to make a video of our journey, and we're going to make a YouTube video of that later. But you can check out the cover down below. I'm going to have a link to it. The reason initially why I did a cover of Stay was because my friend had, she just recently wrote a book and it was inspired by that. And Joules helped me mix it because he's very talented. And he's an engineer too. But he actually remixed it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So we did a cover of that, like a remix version. So hope you guys like it. But also, like, someone was like, oh, you should do a Kickstarter, but instead I had heard about a website that actually, so they were like, oh, you should do, I just burped, you should do a Kickstarter for your honeymoon, because we're just going to be driving and stuff, and yeah, so it was like someone told me about this website, and it's like deposit a gift. So basically, I made one, and it basically has things like, oh, we're gonna need gas. So like, you know, if you guys are wondering how you can help, or like things you pray for, even if you can't like help out, like just pray for us. Because honestly, prayer is like a huge thing, and I'm a believer of prayer now because I'm getting married, and who would have thought, right? Who would have thought that I was gonna get married 4 months ago? Didn't my hair grow out a lot? It was like literally like this. And I was like, but yeah, I'm stoked, and I am going to be making more videos about things in my wedding and things like that. You guys should subscribe to my Chung Enjoys Life YouTube, because I'll probably do more vlogs there because I don't want to bombard people with this music page. But I wanted to give a shout out to a few people who are actually going to be a big part of the wedding. So David Bates, he's a good friend of mine. His production team from Bokeh Productions are going to be doing my video. Sylvia she always takes amazing pictures. She's going to be taking pictures for my wedding, and Hikari Murakami, she's going to be a makeup artist. So I'm really excited, and also I found my wedding dress on simplybridal.com, which is perfect because honestly everything in Korea is really small, and I was able to find a dress on Simply Bridal, and I just need to get it altered as soon as I get to the States, and I am stoked because everything is working out. And I found really good shoes for a really little price in Korea. Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys my love story later on with Joules, and I can't wait for you to meet him. YouTube is insane. I mean, I posted videos when I was 17, when I just got out of high school, and now I'm telling you guys about my wedding. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who watched that testimony video about how God has worked through me and how good God is, and encouraged me by letting me know that you are keeping me in your prayers, even the people that I don't know. Honestly, my friends didn't even watch that video, but you guys did, and it really means a lot. Yeah, so subscribe to Chung Enjoys Life. I'll be doing vlogs there, because I should be, honestly. It'll just be like little clips. I want you guys to be part of my journey because you have been. I'll give you a little insight on how crazy God is, because, you know, sometimes there's that thing in me where I want to succeed and I want to do like crazy things with music, but at the same time, I know when it comes down to the heart of it, we just want to be loved and cared for. And coming from a not so typical home where like my parents weren't exactly together, you would think I would have this fear of getting married, but I think ever since I was young, God put it in my heart that I was going to meet the love of my life. And even before I even knew God was real. And now that I am Christian, you know, growing up like later on in high school in the church, you know, we always learn that you should have a God-centered relationship, and you should, you know, thrive to be the one. Not look for the one, but thrive to be the one, and eventually everything will make sense and fit, and that's exactly what happened. And the story's kind of crazy, but let's just say that if God didn't give me a voice, I wouldn't have sang songs, and I wouldn't have uploaded a video on YouTube, and I may not have met the love of my life. Isn't that crazy? That's like a little sneak peek to the story, but yeah. Thank you. I will be keeping you guys updated. So yeah, All the links are below. You can check it out. I got a lot of packing to do. I actually filled one suitcase, and I have 2 more suitcases. And my dad hates me right now because he's like, Jennifer, you're not cleaning your room. But it's because I feel like I still have a few days left here. Yeah, I think more than just being a singer, I really want to be someone who can be honest, and thank you for making me feel comfortable to be honest with you guys and accepting me for who I am. And I'm gonna keep singing, and I'm going to keep growing as a person, and I've met so many amazing people through this facet of communication, so